What's up, my babes, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Tracy James. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family and join the vibes. And in today's video, we're going to be having a conversation. I decided that I wanted to start a series on my channel called A Conversation, where I sit down and talk about things that I've been pondering on, things that I am kind of looking for a different perspective about. Let's start a conversation in the comments down below and let's see where we go with this. If there's any topics that you guys want me to talk about, comment them down below as well, and we're gonna start a conversation. So if you want to hear about this particular topic, honey, if you've read the title, you already know we're about to get into embracing my singleness in my 20s as a Black gay man. Just keep on watching. All right, guys, so if you aren't new here, you already know that I have been battling with the idea of dating, relationships, finding my partner, the ups and downs of trying to get to know people in 2024 and trying to figure out what works for me in terms of a partner. And after failed situationship, failed dating relationship, failed whatever, I have decided that it is time for me to embrace my singleness and allow myself to attract what's truly meant for me by doing the things that I love without trying to seek validation or comfort in someone else. And honestly, that has been very tough for me to get to this point in my life, because I always feel like it's so much better when you're sharing your life with someone that you love and that you are intimate with and that you're trying to build a life around. But I started to realize that I am doing myself a disservice, and I'm also doing the people that I'm dating a disservice by continuing to put myself out there, knowing that there is so much work I have to do on myself, and knowing out the gate that this is not gonna work, but choosing to stick it out, hoping that something will change. It's almost like going all the way to Arizona and looking for the ocean. That's not gonna happen. So why am I putting myself in these situations looking for something that's just simply not there, and I know it from the beginning, but I somehow convince myself that maybe if I wait it out, it'll come about? No, it's not gonna happen. You have to really be one with yourself to know what it is that you really want, because if not, you're gonna literally just find yourself in situation after situation and after situation looking for something that's just not there. And so after doing that for the last 4 months, I have just decided that I really feel like I am supposed to be single right now. There are so many things that I want to accomplish for myself that honestly, me being in a relationship or in a dating situationship just will not fit into the equation. I am building my YouTube. I am trying to build this dream life that I have, and in everything that I can think of, it does not include a partner. And so I'm like, okay, if everything that I want does not include a partner, why am I wasting so much of my time trying to find a partner when the things that I truly desire to happen for myself does not include anyone else? And it's like that contradiction just sat with me so deep, and I was like, wow, like I really think I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to challenge myself to use my thoughts and my opinions way more than I am trying to figure out what someone else thinks about what it is that I'm doing. And in doing that, I'm able to tap in with myself and realize that I have all the answers within me. I don't need a partner to tell me how to do this or show me how to do that or give me love and affection. I can do that for myself. I can embrace the space that I'm in by myself and love on myself and build myself and provide for myself without having to depend on someone else. And so with me being such an introverted person, believe it or not, at times I get lonely. And in my loneliness, I started to realize that there became a level of desperation that literally started to make my skin crawl. For example, I used to cringe at the idea of getting on a dating app, getting on social media, putting myself out there, seeking to find a partner or a lover or a hookup, I used to cringe at that idea. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the dating apps. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there on social media in hopes of finding someone. But just for me and the person that I am, I would have never done that. And so I started to think, okay, why am I now doing something that I would have never done in a point in my life where I'm trying to elevate? And I was like, Tracy, you're becoming desperate. You're becoming desperate to find a partner that you are literally just trying everything, and you're not even considering the fact that you know that this is not what you want to do. And I was on a dating app, literally like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I'm just like, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. And I would delete the app and I'll get it back again. And I'll delete it and I'll get it back again. I'm like, clearly this isn't working. So why are you continuing to do this over and over again just to set yourself up for disappointment? And I was like, okay, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be on these apps, because if I do meet someone, it's laced in just surface level stuff. Like, the conversations were literally all the same. There was no real deep conversation when speaking to these guys. I'm just like, am I really gonna settle? And at one point I was like, I'm just gonna settle for the best option I can get and just take what I can get at this point, kind of like limiting myself on what it is that I can have. And that's not me. Like, if you truly know me, you know I would never limit myself. I would never put myself in a position where I'm settling. And so the fact that I actually considered that, I knew that I was in a place of desperation. And being desperate is so unattractive, and it bleeds through so much. And after like watching back my vlogs and my videos, I was like, wow, like the desperation is screaming to the camera. You need to chill, you need to relax, because at the end of the day, what's meant for you will be for you. It will happen, it will come, it will flow naturally, and you know this. So why are you trying to put yourself out there so much for a man? It beats me, it blows my mind. I honestly can't even tell you why at this point. However, I said all that to say this. Now that I have tried everything that I could possibly try, I literally have to just give it up. And not give up in a sense where I just no longer feel like I'm deserving or I can find love, but just give up the idea of trying so hard to find it and just let it find me. And so that's what I'm choosing to do. And I am just going to love on myself as much as I possibly can. Work on building my character, work on becoming a better version of me, so that when the person that I'm supposed to be with comes my way, I can be full and whole, and I can have healed all the traumatic triggers that I have within me that would instantly turn me away from someone that could potentially be the love of my life. And so that's what I'm doing right now, y'all. Pray for your boy, because it's not gonna be easy. I already know that, you know, it's trial and error in doing this, but I think that because my mindset has become set in on embracing my singleness, I'm ready to truly embrace being a single black gay man in my 20s. I'm 27 years old. I also was kind of felt like I was racing against time. Like, I'm not getting any younger. Like, when am I gonna find my partner? And then I started to also think, okay, all the gay couples that inspired me to be in love, they found their love in their 30s. And so many people tell me that you haven't lived until you reach your 30s. You don't know what it is that you really want until you reach your 30s. And the closer I get to 30s, the more sense it's starting to make, because now I really don't feel the need to try to find love. I feel the need to work on me and build my character, and stop trying to place blame on the other person as to why it didn't work. Because at the end of the day, when I really look back on all the situations I've been in, I am the reason why it didn't work. And it was because I was always unsure of what it is that I really wanted. So I was kind of accepting the bare minimum out of those guys. And as time progressed, I realized I knew from the beginning you ain't what I really wanted, but I just was hoping that it would change. And how is that fair to the other person? To bring them into a situation, them thinking that everything is going good, and I wake up one day and realize, nope, nothing's changing. I don't want to do this no more. Like, you knew that from the beginning, so why did we waste all this time? And also just realizing that I like what I like, and I don't have to adjust my standards or my preference to fit the needs of someone else. If I know out the gate you're not what I want, I need to just make it clear and we move on. But I also have a hard time rejecting guys because I fear rejection as well. So I don't want to do something to someone that I wouldn't want done to me. But in hindsight, stringing them along just to reject them is even worse. So just sitting with myself and realizing so many flaws that I had within myself that contributed to my dating life being trash has helped me to understand that I have to embrace my singleness and really work on myself and allow myself to grow as a person and be more mature. Like, there are different levels to maturity, and there are different places in your life where maturity level is heightened or lowered, and you have to realize how to create that perfect balance. And the only way you can do that is if you work on yourself. And in working on yourself, it's probably best to be single, right? So because I now know that there's so much work I have to do on myself, I am embracing my singleness. Now, don't get me wrong. If a fine man come my way, more than likely I'm gonna entertain the conversation. However, I'm not gonna be so quick to start planning my life with them, wanting to be in a relationship, figuring out when are we gonna go to the next level, just allowing the conversations to flow with no expectations, all while still working on me and prioritizing me. So hopefully that wasn't all over the place, you guys. Sometimes I just ramble and ramble and ramble to kind of piece together my thoughts. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this conversation, you guys. Drop the comments down below and let me know what you guys think about what I shared. Let me know if there's any other conversations you guys want to have, and we'll get it going and we'll get it popping. We're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get these conversations popping, y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.